I'm gonna keep working every single day, and I'm never gonna stop. So I know as long as I keep that mindset and just keep staying consistent with it and really persistent. And that's the one thing Dev told me that he really saw in me that he loved, and Nav said that the same. Because I told Dev when I got there, it was crazy because they all knew who I was already, and not only that, it's like people that I don't even know knew who I was at the premiere. Like Dev told me, I was like, he told me that when I met him, he's like, oh, I know who you are, and he's like, I definitely know who you are, and I'm like, really? And he's like, I'm like, why? Is it because I've been blowing you up and stuff on like your DMs and shit like that? And he's like, yeah, but he's like, no, that's what you got to do though. You got to stay persistent because that's like what's gonna separate you from everybody else. Like some people just give up, and that's kind of the story of my life, man. Like I just never gave up.
Yeah.
Like I've been doubted forever, and like even from people that I grew up with that like rock with me and stuff like that, they're like, man, like I don't know if this is for you. Like uh, you ain't the biggest, you ain't the tallest, you ain't the fastest. Like you should maybe go another route, something like that. But I've always had
Hmm.
that mindset, like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna get it regardless. Like this is everything I've ever wanted. Like I don't care what it takes. Like I'm gonna do this regardless. And I guess that kind of leads to me taking this leap. Like I'm about to just move out to California and try to do this full time. I'm obviously gonna be working out there too. I'm transferring my job, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
try to go out there and work for Dev. I'm just gonna literally, bro. I'm just gonna show up his gym every single day at 6 a.m. and try to work for him. But I also got my do
That's
you
a
know who
good
the Hezzy
plan.
King is? Do you
Hezzy,
know who the
yeah, I've
Hezzy King
seen.
is?
Yeah, I've seen him on Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's my little bro. So
Hmm.
we're real close now. Like I met him in LA when he was really small, and then um we just became like real cool ever since I got there. So we I was interning at Jordan J Law's gym, Jordan Lawley, and I was working with them.
Hmm.
That's how I met Milan, the Hezzy King. He don't go by the Hezzy King anymore. He said he's done with that. He goes by Milan now. So it's Milan.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah, that kid's crazy, and he's starting to work with Dev now. So he kind of contacted Dev for me and let him know that I'm going to be moving out there, and then me and him are going to be rooming together. So I could just take him to the gym, whatever, and then things would kind of just work out like that. So one way or the other, man, I'm gonna figure this out. The one bad thing is I can't take my cameraman out there because he's got to stay with his ministry in Houston, and yeah, so I'm gonna have to find somebody out there. But I'm loyal to him, so like I ain't gonna get
Hmm.
anybody else to produce my videos. Like I'm just gonna get somebody to record, and then I'm gonna send Rashad the files, and then he'll do all the work. But
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
what's
man,
up.
that's that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I think we have kind of like the same similar mindset too, because like everything you're saying, like I'm relating to everything you're saying right now. Like
Yeah,
just like trying to
no,
stay
for sure, man.
consistent, not giving up on stuff. Because I remember even on my
Absolutely, man.
page, like earlier this year, I remember when I was stuck at like 200 followers, and that was this year. And now I'm like,
Man, that's where I'm.
in the past few
That's
months, it's just been blowing up like crazy.
man, I'm happy for you, bro. That's amazing. That's what I'm trying to get. Like when I went to California, I only had like shit, like 15 followers, and honestly, bro, it was mostly just my
Hmm.
sister, my brother, and like just a few friends, right? And this is even after I released my first episode, and I was really proud of it. And I'm like, damn, like at the same time, I was
Hmm.
like, it's cool, nobody really knows me, and like they type in CG3, I ain't gonna be the first one to pop up, you know. And but that was always one of my goals. When I
Hmm.
got back from California, I went from 15. Now I got like I think 238, something like that followers. So it helped a little bit. And now when you type in CG3 on YouTube, the first thing that comes up is me. So I can check that
Yeah.
down as on my little list.
Hmm.
But nah, man, like I'm definitely not satisfied with where I'm at right now. But I know that I made a lot. I'm a lot further than I thought I would have been with because me and Rashad we just started this a few months ago, man, and like kind of like I said, how God is really just putting everything in place and moving for us. I met Rashad when I was at my job. Right, so I work full time. I work at Ross right now. I do loss prevention. I'm about to accept
Hmm.
this position, this management position, and transfer that out to California because I know it's gonna be more expensive in California. So obviously I'm gonna need the raise and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take that
Yeah,
position
for
and move
sure.
out there with that.
Everything's more
And while
expensive over here.
yeah, bro. Bro, it's crazy. They charge you for fucking grocery bags, bro. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Coming from Texas, like I go out there, I see gas like $5. I come here, it's like 250. I'm like, damn.
Exactly.
But
I just had to put
yeah,
gas right
bro.
now. I'm
But
like, damn.
bro, I had to, man, when I had to take the rental back, I think we filled the tank up. It was like $70. In Texas, it's like 25, 30, not even.
Yeah.
But and it was just, yeah, it was just a little sedan. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, man, for sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, anyway, so we linked up at my job, and he was at the register, and I was just standing up front, and then we just started. For some reason, we just started chopping it up. It was about basketball, and I was telling him like, man, like I got, because like this kind of a background is I used to post like videos a lot, like of me doing like just my progression and tracking my progression over the years and like my ball handling and stuff like that. And a lot of my stuff
Hmm.
blew up. Logic, the rapper, he kind of helped me blow up a little bit. He kind of reposted my stuff and showed me some love on it, and
Oh yeah.
that kind of helped me out there. And I kind of got a relationship with him as well. Like not huge, but like if I saw him, like he'd recognize me type shit. And
Mm.
it's kind of crazy because y'all gonna see this in the documentary. I'm gonna put it probably at the beginning, but a couple like years ago, man, he gave me advice on this basketball thing when I was trying to go pro, and he really told me he's like, man, like give it your all and give it every. I'm not trying to say everything because I want y'all to see this, but he's pretty
Yeah.
much saying like give it your all, do everything you can to make it happen. If it doesn't happen, it's all good because you still love basketball and you can still make basketball your life in some way if you're that committed and you really want to do it, and you're gonna make it happen. So that was pretty cool, and like he
Yeah. That's what's
I
up.
my documentary is kind of logic inspired, like the whole name's incredible
Yeah.
true
When I
story
when I saw
episode
the
2.
name, that was the first thing I thought of too, because I listened to that
Yeah,
album,
and
The Incredible True Story.
yeah, I was trying to figure out a name for the longest, bro, and I was just sitting in my room. And then I was just like listening to some music. That's how I find a lot of inspiration is listening to music.
Yeah.
Especially for my like documentaries and stuff like that. But no, I was just looking at when my room was. I got this poster. I was like, oh shit, the incredible true story. That works. That really works. And
Hmm.
yeah, we just stuck with that and we just went with it. But this next episode is gonna be amazing, man. The production quality and everything is just gonna be different. And I'm gonna start narrating on it, and I got a lot of inspiration from seeing the premiere uh, at Devs. So
Yeah, for
I
sure.
literally told him I was like, man, I'm about to make the most inspiring film like ever after seeing this shit. So I was like, thank you. But yeah, man, I'm real excited for what's to come in the future. But it definitely took me a long time to get here. Like literally, like last year, or not even just last year, man. Probably shit like not honestly like a few months ago. I would have been I'd be completely surprised to be in this position that I'm in now.
Hmm.
There were times I was like I thought everything was like over for me, and I don't know, man. Just God kind of just saved me and brought me back, and that's kind of like the story of my life. Just really persistence and just keeping my faith in God no matter what, and just not really listening to anybody else, man. Like I know what I can
Yeah.
do, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out regardless, and I'm really proud that I outlasted everybody I grew up with and that doubted me and well in this game at least, like
Hmm.
I'm the only one still doing this and kind of making a name for myself. Well, at least I'm finally making a name for myself a little bit. But I know at the end of the day, like whether it's tomorrow, whether it's 20 years down the line, man, like I don't care how long it takes. Like everybody's gonna know my name one day, and that's something I'm never gonna stop doing. Like I'm gonna keep working my ass off until I can't move anymore. So yeah,
Hmm.
everybody will know me. I might start small, and I appreciate you having me on, man. When I'm a no name, man. That means a lot to me.
No, for sure. Especially like just from I can say like last week's podcast we actually had this conversation. Like a lot of people are trying to do basketball content right now, but a lot of people aren't really
Oh
telling
yeah, I
stories.
actually watched one last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
what I was saying was like your YouTube channel, what you're doing right now with your episodes and all that, that's kind of exactly what I like to see, like from the new basketball creators. So as soon as I seen that, I'm like, yeah, for sure, I'd love to have you on
yeah,
the podcast.
absolutely, man. Yeah, like that's one of the main things. Like Dev, when I first started watching 10,000 Hours, I was like, man, I got to make a documentary because like I have a
Hmm.
real unique story, and I think that it's just gonna inspire like a whole bunch of people. And not only that, like I love basketball. The only thing that I get the same feeling from, I guess, that basketball gives me is like creating and
Hmm.
like just making something out of nothing, like having an idea in your head and just making it, man. Like obviously I
Yeah,
have a
that's really the
producer. I
best
don't do
feeling.
all yeah, I don't do all the editing and stuff like that, but literally every directing, like every part, like I tell them, I'm like, I want you to shoot this here. I want this scene here. Like, and when we get in the booth, like the studio, like I'll tell them exactly where I want everything. Like, I want this soundbite here. I want this here, and we just make it happen. So,
Hmm.
uh, I just love the creative side, man. Like, I like considering myself a director. That's something I want to do too. But like, I don't want anybody to get it twisted. Basketball is my main focus, and it always will be. Nothing will get in the way with that, in the way of that. But yeah, man, I just love creating. I think it's fun as hell. And aside from the documentary too, like I'm obviously gonna tell my story, but I'm also gonna do stuff like have like fun videos, like park runs, and I'll probably start doing vlogs, and then I know for
Hmm.
sure I'm gonna do like because I have a lot. I'm a trainer as well. You know, I like that's what I do. I have clients. I train like people that are trying to go pro, players that have played overseas, and then I train kids at the Y. I run the basketball academy at the Y ages. Kids is like age 8 through 15. I actually have a
Hmm.
7 year old. He's not like technically allowed to do it, but I just moved him up, so he's in there too. Yeah, I just teach them everything that I learned from Dev. Um, but I'm just gonna make some basketball content like workout videos and stuff like that. Post that. Hopefully it'll help people as well as kind of help my brand as well and help my channel grow. But I know for sure though the stuff I do works, man, because
Hmm.
I developed this little like algorithm or whatever over the years, like through trial and error of just like what to do. Because like I'm a real student of the game. Like I really don't do anything else. Like I'm like literally obsessed with basketball. Like it's because it's like kind of a problem. It's all I talk about. Like my
I
sister,
literally have the same
her,
problem. That's all I
my
care about.
sister yeah, my sister Karina and Kristen, shout out to them. We so it was about like shit, I want to say like a month ago. I was at her baby shower, and so I like her. I was trying to get with her friend Jackie, right? And
Hmm.
we were just talking and chopping it up and shit, and they could hear me talking to her, and then I didn't even realize it at the time, but afterwards they're like, bro, you gotta stop talking about basketball. That's literally the entire conversation you had, and they're like, I don't think she even like gives a shit about basketball whatsoever. And I don't. It's just like subconscious. Like I don't even know it, man. It's just like that's how it's always been with me. And like kids,
Hmm.
like even when I was growing up in like middle school, kids would be like, "Bro, like shut up. Like that's all you talk about. Like who cares?" So I'm like, man, that's all I care about. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, like it's exactly the same for me. Like when as soon as I wake up, I'm thinking about basketball. All day I'm thinking about basketball. I'm working on my page and everything until the second I go to sleep at like 5 a.m. So, and that's all I talk about
bro,
during the day too. Like my whole family knows, all my friends know. Like that's all I want to talk about every time.
yeah, man. Like even in school, it would become kind of a detriment to me because like I'm not a bad student at all. Like I make pretty good grades, like I did in high school and stuff like that. But I couldn't even concentrate. Like majority of the time, all I could think about was basketball, dude. So I'd have to go home and like just relearn all the shit I had to learn in class because like when I was in class, I was thinking I was basketball, getting to like fourth period, which was basketball. So I would just go there and work out, and then like I couldn't think of anything else after that. All I would be thinking about was the workout fourth period, or like, and not even
Hmm.
that, just like Kobe, dude, just moves Kobe did, or like the workout I did at the gym last night, the moves I was doing, or like the things I gotta work on today, the things that I need to improve on, stuff like that. It's just like obsessive. Like I cannot stop thinking about it. Like that's
Hmm.
literally all that's on my mind. Um, I think though, like that's it can be a good and bad trait. I think if you really want to be successful in something in your life, you know, just go all in on it and like obsess about it.
Yeah.
And really fuck a plan B, bro. I I'm about to take this huge leap and just kind of move my entire life out to California. So like I don't really give a fuck about a plan B. This is all I want to do. If I never be successful in this, you know, then so be it. But I know I'm gonna be, but if I never am, so be it
Hmm.
because I know I'm gonna give it everything I got. And I know for sure that I'm gonna be successful in this, and then the work's gonna pay off. And I know God's gonna help me with that because everything I do, and I want to make I should have made this known from the very beginning, but I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about anybody's beliefs or anything like that. I love everybody, bro. Like literally, like I don't care about that at all. But me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I just want people to know like I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. That's my Lord and Savior, and like I would be nothing without him. So I haven't even gotten to like really my story yet and how he's changed
Yeah.
that, but he's really the reason I'm even in this position today, and all the things that have been happening and all the opportunities that present itself just in the past few months, have been just unreal, and it's all because of him. And anything I do in this life, any success that I have, or anything that I do, any success that I have in this life, all of the glory goes to God. Like it's not me, it's him. Obviously, I put in a lot of work, and I do the best I can, and I give it my all, but at the end of the day, like God's the one that puts it all together for me. So yeah, that's what I gotta
Yeah.
say on that at least.
Yeah, for sure.